Okay, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Marcell Rocha. I'm one of the petitioners, and I've lived in the Lower East Side for 50 plus years, closer to 20 actually. What can I say that hasn't already been said or seen for that matter? When the elephant is in the room, or on every block I should say. The sheds are that elephant. Ultimately, the sheds were temporary aid for restaurants early on the pandemic. Little did we residents know that this aid would turn into a living nightmare that they're trying to make permanent. Pre-sheds, the LES was already saturated with nightlife, noise issues and disturbances that police precinct could not handle whatsoever. Cut to the sheds and multiply that times 1,000. That is how much the situation has escalated. With the shed's success solely for the interest of restaurants and bars, their popularity grew and so did the crowds, the trash, the rats quadrupled if not more. Pre-sheds, if a bar or restaurant had a history of severe noise disruptions or crowd control, well now that club is outside of your sidewalk, on the street, under your window, and that club starts 6 hours earlier in the evening than it did before. How can the city allow full sidewalk real estate takeover by restaurants and bars and both their patrons and staff? There is no sidewalk anymore available for locals to walk once establishments are operating and entertaining inside sheds and on sidewalks. If you're lucky, you can walk on the street along car traffic. Opening a window for fresh air? Well, you can't do that anymore unless you want clouds of stale cigarette and marijuana smoke in your home. Walking on your sidewalk? Well, you can't do that anymore either because there are sheds, table setups, workstations, crowds of patrons and staff, so you won't get through. You won't. You just won't. Car drop-offs on your block or on the curb, well, you can't do that either. Lucky if you can get to your street corner. Insane that while the city helps the restaurant and bar industry, they forgot about the restaurants and they're forgetting about them by trying to make this permanent more so. What about the tenants? The ones who have been here for decades, the ones who have been here for multiple years, or the ones who have just recently moved in, and the ones who are not fluent in English so they can't voice their concerns, the elderly who often are passed on, and all the actual people who live in the area and call this area home. We have lost our sidewalks, we have lost our streets, and we have lost our peace and quality of life due to the sheds and their ruckus.
Yeah.